Good morning, Cancer. This is going to be your video this morning. Hope everybody's been doing well. I've been a little under the weather lately. My energy has not been up to speed. So I said, well, I need to wait till it is before I start making videos again. So give me some cards for Cancer. This is my manga deck. I don't really use this deck that much because the energies has been really hard for me to read. I feel like I finally mastered it though, but I was being guided to use this deck with this set of videos. So I need some cards for Cancer. Give me some tarot cards for Cancer. Oops. Alright. So I can see what the energy is with Cancer right now. One more tarot card for Cancer. All right. And my fairy cards. My energy oracle cards. Fortune telling. It's my little fortune telling deck. I love this deck. It gives really, really good energy as far as really being able to read the energy. All right, give me a fortune telling card for my Cancer friends. And we got two. And Witch's Oracle. Yeah, Witch's Oracle card. Too many. Oops. And that one turned over. My vampire cards. And that one is screaming at me. My fairy deck. I have a couple fairy decks. Give me a fairy card. And that one is sticking out. Alright, so the first card that we have is the Ace of Wands. Now you could be involved with a fire sign. I mean, that was the first thing that came to me, is that maybe you're involved with a fire sign. Just with all these flames here, because it's real fiery. But this could be, you know, too, something that's really kind of set your soul on fire. This could be a new love interest. This could also be like a cause, something that you're very passionate about right now that really kind of is keeping you going, really kind of setting your soul on fire. But this is really a very fiery energy. Because to clarify that card, we have practice, practice, practice. With daily practice, you can polish your skills and talents and increase your confidence. So I feel like maybe this is a cause. Maybe this here is your soul mission. Maybe you finally found out what it is that, you know, you should be doing. Maybe it's a social cause. There's lots of social causes right now, lots going on. So maybe that, you know, that is this because we have this practice, practice, practice. Maybe it's public speaking. Maybe, you've been kind of introverted and now you're kind of, speaking out because you found your voice, speaking your truth, speaking out about what you're passionate about. And this could also be, expressing your emotions. This could actually be, emotions actually really feeling your feelings maybe for the first time. Cancer is very passionate anyway, but maybe, you're actually expressing them. This could be expression, not so much feeling, but actually expression. And you're getting better and better at it. But it feels like, like I said, a kind of a soul mission, a cause, so to speak. We have the moon. Now, understand, the moon is about, our dark side, our fears, things that maybe we didn't even know about ourselves, so that could be, the things that you're feeling right now. And facing your dark side is never easy. But, the way that, and I heard, a story the other day. I wish it was in a book that I was reading. I wish I could, relate the story offhand, like all of the details. But basically, the gist was, you have this little light, and this little light doesn't even know that it's light because that's all that it's ever known is light. So how does the light know that it's light? By experiencing the darkness. And then it realizes, yes, I am light. And that is how we learn who we are, is by experiencing these things that are on kind of like our dark side, the dark side of the moon. And a lot of times a situation or even a person will come into our lives and they will like mirror these things for us so that we're able to see them. So that's really what I'm getting with the energy of this card, is really embracing your darkness. Because once you feel these things, these fears and, this darkness that you have to incorporate it. And how do you incorporate it? You incorporate it by, feeling these things and then choosing to be the light, choosing to be light. We choose to be light because we realize we are the light because we have experienced the darkness. The garden and the gate. So this is kind of that light energy that I was picking up on, choosing to go through this gate. Maybe you're someone, you have a garden, maybe you have a flower garden, maybe you love gardening. This is a very natural, very organic card, really being in touch with nature. And really grounding yourself. So many times, if I'm feeling really shitty, I'll go out and spend the whole day out in nature. And it just makes me feel so much better, just getting some sunlight. Because when you're out in nature, basically any type of problems or cares or anxieties or worries that you have just completely dissipate. Especially if you get out on the water. I don't know anybody that gets out on the water that has a care in the world. All right, we have the Eight of Cups. And this is basically a Make-A-Wish card. You see how, she's asking for, what it is that she desires. I've learned a lot about prayer lately. So many times, we go to God, we go to our higher power, and we ask for things. We beg for them. And that's really not the right way to go about doing it. The right way to go about doing it is to go to prayer with thanks and gratitude, because the things that are yours are going to find you. And so instead of begging for things that you don't have, be grateful for the things that you do have and the things that have not shown up yet that are going to show up. There are things going on that you cannot see. That's another interpretation of this moon card. There's things going on behind the scenes, universally, that you cannot see. And so, you know, that's basically the energy that I'm getting with this card. So make sure that you have gratitude in everything that you do. But also know the qualities that you want in a love partner. Know the qualities that you want. And how do you know the qualities that you want? By everything you've experienced so far. You know now what you want, and that's another reason it's happened. We have mature woman, and this can be mature man, and that's basically the energy that I'm getting. You know, that basically, you know, I'm getting this energy of, you know, you would rather be single, rather be alone right now, than to have another partner that does not set your soul on fire. Does not set your soul on fire. You know, you want somebody who's going to quench your soul, not take away from it. And this is a very good energy to be in. And, you know, that is why everything has happened the way that it has. Because otherwise, you would have seen so-called love and partnership in a lower light. That would have been what you would have been chasing after. But now you know that's not where it's at. We have adjudication. This is justice, but it's also kind of a balancing out. And that's kind of the energy that I'm getting here, you know, that you have left, you know, people in the dust, left them behind, people who were not for you, and you know that now. And you know, this is also, you know, some so-called karmic balancing. Like, I don't really believe in karma, so to speak, anymore, but I do believe that whatever energy you put out, you receive back. And so, you know, these people in the past that have hurt you, it's kind of like, you know, they're getting a taste of their own medicine. And not only are they getting a taste of their own medicine, but they have to do it without you now. Without you. And the loss of you has been like the biggest loss of their lives. But don't feel bad about that. It's not your fault. We have the Chariot. So I do feel like you have somebody coming in. And you may have people that you're talking to now. You may have someone you're talking to now, but you have chosen to kind of move at a snail's pace right now. To really, and if you haven't, you need to, that is the guidance that's coming through, to really take your time and really get to know somebody. Because when you first meet somebody, they're almost always wearing a mask, best foot forward, you know, and then before you know it, you know, you fall in love with the masked person. Or not in love, but in lust, because you don't really know them. How can you love somebody you don't know? And then the mask comes off. And then, you know, you have this stuck feeling like, you know, always kind of chasing what it was in the beginning, and it was never that. So really kind of move at a snail's pace. And we have Witch, Healer. So basically the energy that I'm getting here is to really taking that time to really get to know yourself and really getting over everything that's happened so far. And that is the reason why you're being asked to move at a snail's pace. Just to make sure that people are authentic, but not only that, to make sure you are authentic, because you are getting better and better at speaking your truth. So basically that is the energy I'm getting with this card. Self-love, and lots of it. Love yourself enough not to put up with, you know, this here that's happened before. King of Coins. This could be a business opportunity coming your way, a new job, but definitely more money. I mean, this could be, you know, a romantic partner who has money, but once again, snail's pace. You know, you never want to become dependent upon somebody else, because that leads to codependency, it leads to abuse, it leads to like toxic relationships. So always make sure you're independent, you're able to do for yourself. So I'm going to read this card as just that. More abundance in your life, more independence, courtesy, thoughtful, polite, good manners. There's a way to say no. Always have good boundaries with people, but you can do it in a way that's not rude. And I'm kind of learning this too. Sort of that you can catch more, what is that? You can catch more bees with honey or flies with honey than you can with vinegar, and catch more flies with honey. I can't remember how that saying goes. Be really careful who you're rude to, because be careful you're not disregarding someone who is different, who is special, a special connection. That message just came through. Because this person might not look like you're used to the kind of person that you're used to, because kind of look at your past. I know I say don't look at the past, but look at the past when you're looking for patterns. All right, we have, oh man, I need my glasses on. I believe these are coins. I'm going to read the card intuitively. Another reason I haven't used this manga deck, it's really hard to tell what the cards are. Okay, you see how, he's kind of reluctant to move on. He's just kind of standing there. He has this, kind of like this path in front of him. And he's kind of stuck. I'm really sensing an energy of really being stuck right now, kind of scared to move forward, being overly cautious. We're here to experience. We're here to learn and to grow and to expand. And we do that by experiencing. So make sure you're not stagnant. Make sure you're not just trying to maintain the status quo, so to speak. Although I said, self-love and move at a snail's pace right now, don't be scared to take chances. There's a certain amount of isolation with this card too, and I know it's really hard, especially with, we just came out of a really long national, or actually worldwide quarantine. Some people still are quarantined, and social distancing. We're really cut off from each other right now, and it will affect your morale, so to speak. I feel like it's really affected me. I've always been kind of introverted, and I'm getting way more introverted than what I was. But don't be scared to take chances and really kind of step outside your comfort zone. We have this mountain here. I don't think it's a volcano. I feel like it's a mountain. And what do they say? Faith can move mountains. Faith just the size of a mustard seed can move a mountain, can move obstacles out of your way. So I do feel like this card has to do with having more faith. And have more faith in yourself. I feel like you kind of second guess yourself when it comes to making decisions, just because maybe you've made bad decisions in the past, or so to speak. But there's no such thing as bad decisions or mistakes, because they all lead you to the same place. And think about all of the growth that you've experienced as a result of this. And so basically that's the energy I'm getting with this card, is faith. I'm going to pull one of my self-compassion deck cards, just because I'm being guided to. One card from my Cancer friends. Aha. Warm and fuzzy. Place a hand gently on your heart, arm, or cheek. Take a moment just to feel the sensations and emotions that arise. So yes, I feel like you really are supposed to be kind of getting in touch with your feelings right now, and learning to express them. There's nothing wrong with being vulnerable and kind of wearing your heart on your sleeve even. That is the message that I'm getting with this card. All right. Well, thank you, Cancer. Thanks for watching. And if you'd like to have a personal reading, they're $40 right now. I take a variety of different payments, and I'll include my email address in the description of the video. Thank you for watching.